My dear child, I am serious, and I seek your attention. You have been overthinking lately. I see the thoughts racing through your mind, colliding one after another before the first is even settled. I see you lying awake in the dark, trying to piece together what you think is missing, attempting to control what is not yours to carry. You are trying so hard to calculate every outcome, anticipate every danger, and prevent every wound. But you were not created to carry the weight of all things at once. You were made to walk with me, to breathe in trust, and to rest in the shelter of my hand. Why do you strain, my dear one? Why do you measure your worth by how perfectly you can figure things out? You are not failing because you do not know the future. You are not lost simply because your path twists in ways you cannot see. You are not forgotten just because you feel uncertain. No, my child, you are still deeply within my gaze, held in the center of my love. Even when your thoughts feel like a storm and your heart feels unsettled, I see it all. Every anxious loop of thought, every memory you replay, every scenario you imagine. You think if you could just understand it all, the fear would go away. But understanding is not your salvation. I am, and I do not require you to have the answers. I only ask you to trust me, even when the questions remain. You are not wrong to desire peace. You are not foolish for seeking clarity. But there is a peace that goes deeper than clarity. There is a stillness that comes not from knowing, but from knowing me. Come back to me, my child. Return to the place where you can breathe without tension, where you can be held without striving. You have tried to do too much alone, and it is exhausting your spirit. Let me be your strength again. Let me hold what you cannot carry. Let me be the one who goes before you, who walks beside you, who stands behind you. My dear one, I have never asked you to be perfect. I have only ever asked you to be present with me in each moment with a heart that is willing. I am not tallying your mistakes. I am not measuring your days by how productive you have been. I do not love you more on the days when you perform well. I do not love you less on the days when you struggle. My love is constant. It is complete. It is not shaken by your questions or lessened by your confusion. You try to control because you are afraid. You fear being blindsided. You fear being abandoned. You fear that if you let go, the ground beneath you will collapse. But I am the ground beneath you. I am the foundation that will not move. I do not waver. I do not sleep. I do not forget. Even when your faith is trembling, even when your vision is cloudy, I am holding you firmly in my hands. You are not a burden to me. You are my joy. You are not a disappointment to me. You are my delight. I knew you before the first light touched your skin. I formed your heart and your spirit with precision and tenderness. I chose to breathe my life into you, not because I needed you, but because I wanted you. Do you hear me, my child? I wanted you. I still want you, even now, especially now. Do not believe the lie that you are too far gone. Do not believe the whisper that says I am distant. I am closer than the air in your lungs. I am not pacing in frustration. I am patient in love. I am not scolding you. I am calling you. I am not angry. I am aching for your closeness. I want your presence more than your perfection. I want your honesty more than your attempts to impress me. When you feel overwhelmed, I do not sigh. I reach out. When you feel broken, I do not recoil. I draw near. When you cannot find the words to pray, I am already interceding for you. When you cannot see the way forward, I am the way. You do not need to prove your worth to me. You only need to be still and know that I am your God. Let your soul unclench, my child. Let your mind rest. Let your heart return to its true home. I am not a harsh taskmaster. I am your shepherd. I lead you beside still waters because I know what your soul needs. I restore you not just so you can function, but so you can flourish. I prepare a table before you in the presence of your fears, not to test you, but to remind you that I am with you always. I anoint your head with oil, not because you earned it, but because you are mine. You feel like you're falling behind, but you are exactly where you are meant to be in my timing. You think others have it more together, but I am working uniquely in you. You believe your weaknesses disqualify you, but they are the very places where my strength will shine. You worry that your past will catch up to you, but I have already redeemed it. I am not using your pain to punish you. I am shaping it into purpose. I am not allowing delays to hurt you. I am using them to refine you. My child, you are safe here in me. I have seen the nights you cried silently, the mornings you faced with dread, the moments you pretended to be okay when you weren't. I was with you in all of them, and I still am. You have never been invisible to me. Every tear, every sigh, every plea has reached my heart. I have kept count. I have held them like precious jewels, not to remind you of your suffering, but to crown you with comfort. You feel like giving up sometimes. You feel like it's too much. And I understand, but I ask you, do not give up. Do not surrender to despair. What you see now is not the end of your story. The seeds I have planted in your life are still growing, even when it feels silent. The season you are in is not wasted. It is forming something eternal within you. It is preparing you for joy that cannot be stolen, peace that cannot be shaken, and hope that cannot be extinguished. There will be breakthroughs, my child. There will be healing. There will be laughter again and lightness in your steps. There will be mornings where the weight lifts, and you will wonder how you ever doubted. You will look back and see my hand in every chapter. Yes, even the ones that made you weep, especially those. Because I was never absent, even when you couldn't feel me. I was never indifferent. Even when you couldn't hear me, I was never silent. Even when you couldn't perceive my voice, you do not need to be afraid of what's ahead. I go before you. I walk within you. I stand behind you. I surround you with songs of deliverance. Your future is not in the hands of the world, but in mine. And I do not fail. I do not abandon. I do not forget my promises. Let go of the illusion that you must have all the answers. Let go of the pressure to always be strong. Let go of the belief that your feelings disqualify your faith. Let go of the lie that says, I am disappointed in you. Instead, take hold of me. Take hold of my promises. Take hold of my peace, which I offer freely. Not because you have earned it, but because I love you. You are my child. You are my beloved, and I will never stop loving you. Not when you fall, not when you fear, not when you fail. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not shame, not doubt, not mistakes. Not even your own heart when it condemns you, for I am greater than your heart, and I know all things. And my beloved child, listen closely, for I am speaking to you now, not in thunder or shaking earth, but in the quiet strength of my spirit that reaches where no voice can go. I know the corners of your heart that you hide from others. I know the questions you dare not ask out loud. I know the silent ache when your prayers seem to go unanswered, and the heavy sigh when things don't unfold the way you had hoped. And yet I say to you, I am here, and I am taking care of your life far more deeply, far more wisely, and far more lovingly than you can imagine. You see only a fragment. You feel only the moment. But I hold eternity. I am not guessing your path as you go. I am not scrambling to repair your plans when they fall apart. I am the one who holds all things together. I saw your life before you ever breathed your first breath. I watched every season that would come. I allowed what would shape you, and I guarded what would break you. And even when the road curves in ways that confound your understanding, know this with unwavering certainty. My will is not against you. It is for you. Yes, my child, sometimes your plans will not come to pass. Sometimes the doors you pray for will remain shut. Sometimes the things you thought were right for you will drift away like leaves in the wind. But not because I have ignored your desires and not because I have rejected your prayers. It is because I know more than you do. I see beyond the surface. I see the roads that lead to life, and I see the ones that lead to loss. I see the people who look kind but will wound you. I see the paths that seem golden but are hollow. I see where each choice leads, and I choose for you with perfect love. Do not mourn what I have removed, my child. Do not hold resentment in your heart for the things I didn't allow. I am not robbing you. I am rescuing you. I am not denying you good. I am protecting you from what is less than my best. I am not ignoring your dreams. I am refining them so that when they come to life, they will be even richer, even deeper, even more enduring than anything you could build alone. You may not understand it now. That is true. And I do not blame you for your confusion. I created your heart to feel. I gave you the ability to long for what is beautiful. And it is not wrong to weep when things fall apart. It is not wrong to grieve what you hope would be. But even in the middle of that grief, even in the tears you shed in the silence of the night, let your soul still whisper, "Your will be done." Not as a sigh of surrender, but as a declaration of trust. Because my will for you is never cruel. It is never careless. My will is rooted in love deeper than oceans, stronger than death, and wider than your wandering. You can trust it even when you don't feel it. You can trust me even when the road is unclear. I am not asking you to pretend the pain isn't real. I am asking you to trust that I am still working even when the pain is. When you look around and feel like others are moving ahead while you remain stuck, remember this. You are not behind. You are exactly where I have placed you. My timing is not your timing, but it is perfect. I am not late, and I have not forgotten you. I am cultivating your heart. I am preparing the soil of your life for something sacred. There is work happening in the waiting, work that you cannot always see, but which matters deeply. Do not despise the delays, for in them I am shaping endurance. I am deepening your roots. I am teaching your soul to draw from me alone. If everything always went according to your wish, you would never know the power of surrender. You would never experience the beauty of leaning wholly on me. You would build your life on fleeting moments instead of eternal truth. So yes, there are times I say no, not to punish, but to preserve. There are times I withhold, not to hurt, but to hold you closer. There are times I let things break, not because I enjoy your pain, but because I want to give you something better than what you were grasping. I will never abandon you in your confusion. I will never scold you for your disappointment. I welcome your honest heart. I invite your questions. Bring them to me. Let me speak truth into your weariness. Let me be the calm in your chaos. Even when things don't make sense, I remain your constant. Even when prayers feel unanswered, I remain your provider. Even when the path twists unexpectedly, I remain your shepherd. And oh, how I love you. Not for what you can achieve, not for how strong your faith appears, not for how together your life seems. I love you because I am love. I love you because you are mine. I am faithful. Even when your faith is faint, I am good. Even when life feels cruel, I am present. Even when you feel alone. You may look back at seasons of loss and wonder why I allowed them. You may replay the moments that felt unfair and ask, "Where were you, Lord?" And to that I say, I was there, holding you through the ache, catching every tear, whispering peace when the silence screamed. I never left. I never will. Everything that happens to you passes through my hands first. Not in indifference, but in wisdom. Not in harshness, but in love. I am sovereign, yes, but I am also tender. I weigh what I allow. I filter every trial through my purpose. Nothing touches you without me using it for your good, even if the good takes time to reveal itself. I know you had a vision for your life, and I honor your hopes. But remember, your vision is limited by time and space. Mine stretches across eternity. I am weaving threads you cannot yet see. What you call detours are often my divine alignments. What you call failures are often my redirections. What you call setbacks are often my preparations. I do not waste anything, not even your disappointments, especially not your disappointments. You may not understand why I allowed the relationship to end, the opportunity to vanish, the door to close, but I see what you cannot. I see how your heart would have settled for less than what I desire for you. I see the traps hidden beneath the surface. I see the timelines that lead to sorrow. And so I redirect, not to torment, but to save. Trust that when I remove, I also replace. When I close one chapter, I am writing the next. When I ask you to release, it's because I want to fill your hands with something new, something holy, something that will truly satisfy the deep places in your soul. I am not the God of scarcity. I am the God of abundance. But I give according to my wisdom, not your worry. So when your heart aches with confusion, let it also rise in worship. When your dreams crumble, let your faith stand firm. When your plans are shattered, let your trust deepen. This is not the end of your story. This is not a mistake. I am still at work. I am still with you. I am still writing something beautiful. My child, surrender does not mean defeat. It means you choose to place your confidence in me instead of in your limited understanding. It means you believe that my plans are greater than your own, even when the cost feels heavy. It means you say, I don't know how this will turn out, but I know who holds the outcome. I know it's not always easy. I know it hurts to let go of what you thought would be, but what I give you in return is greater peace, a deeper joy, and unshakable hope. You will see in time that everything I allow, everything I orchestrate is guided by my desire to bless you. Not always with what you wanted, but always with what you truly needed. I am not the author of confusion. I am the author of life. I am not distant or uncaring. I am right here closer than your breath. And I am carrying you through every season, every valley, every moment. When you feel like you're losing your way, you are not lost. You are being led. I never lose track of my children. I know your name. I know your frame. I know your story. And I promise you, yes, I promise, with the fullness of my being, I will take care of your life. Even when the money runs low, even when the job is lost, even when the friends walk away, even when the prayers seem unanswered, even when the path feels uncertain, I will care for you. I will carry you. I will provide what you need. Not always what you ask, but always what will sustain your soul. So don't give up hope when things don't make sense. Don't fall into despair when the outcomes don't match your expectations. Don't harden your heart just because things turned out differently. Look to me. Lift your eyes. Let your faith rise. Not because you feel strong, but because I am strong. Let your trust deepen. Not because the road is smooth, but because I am good, always unchanging, faithful in all things. I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. I have not planted seeds in your life to let them wither. I will complete the work I began in you. I will lead you from glory to glory, grace upon grace. Your life is in the hands of the one who cannot fail. Your future is not a question mark, it is a promise. Hold tightly to me. Let your faith anchor you in every storm. When you feel lost, let me find you. When you feel weak, let me strengthen you. When you feel forgotten, remember you are engraved on the palms of my hands. Nothing, no pain, no delay, no disappointment can undo what I have spoken over you. I will be your guide. I will be your shield. I will be your portion. I will be your peace. And one day you will look back and thank me for the doors I closed, for the delays I allowed, for the redirections I gave. Because through it all, I was not withholding, I was preparing, I was aligning, I was loving you in the deepest way. So walk forward with courage, my child, not because you know the way, but because you know me. Not because you have it all figured out, but because you trust the one who does. Keep your heart soft, keep your hands open, keep your spirit surrendered, and I will lead you not just to what you hope for, but to what your soul was made for. I am your God. I am your Father. I am your keeper. And I will take care of your life always, in all things, in every circumstance, forever. Amen.